Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Today I Found Out, and in the video today, child actors and Coogan's bill. Born into acting by the age of 5, Jackie Coogan Jr. was a veteran stage performer when Charlie Chaplin first spotted him in 1919. Immediately cast in Chaplin's Day's Pleasure, the hard-working Coogan went on to star in The Kid, 1919, Daddy, 1923, Long Live the King, 1923, Tom Sawyer, 1930, and Huckleberry Finn in 1931. As a child, he was one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, but at the age of 21, when he tried to get access to the approximately $4 million, which is about $67 million today, he had earned up to that point, he learned that his mother and stepfather had spent most of it. He was only able to garner $126,000 of the remaining $250,000 or so they hadn't spent after suing the two. His mother, Lillian Coogan, argued during the case that Jackie had been having fun anyway whilst acting and that no promises were ever made to give Jackie anything. His stepfather, Arthur Bernstein, added, "Every dollar a kid earns before he is 21 belongs to his parents. Jackie will not get a cent of his earnings." One notes even Bernstein used the word his as in Jackie's when he's describing the money. The resulting inequity outraged the public and led to the passage of the Child Actors Bill, aka the Coogan Act or Coogan Law. When established in 1938, the Coogan Law provided that a portion of the minor performer's earnings should be set aside in a trust account for the minor's use when he or she reached majority. This was designed to address one of the major problems Jackie had in recovering his lost money from his mother. As a community property state under California law, all of Coogan's earnings as a child legally belonged to the family, meaning his mother was entitled to spend it, or at least some of it. Even with provisions to set aside earnings, parents found many loopholes over the intervening years. As a result, amendments were passed in 1999 and 2003 to strengthen the law. Under today's version, employers are required to set aside 15% of a minor's earnings into a trust account, or if the parent fails to set up the trust account themselves, to deposit it with the Actors Fund of America, or AFA. Also, under current law, all of the minor's earnings belong to the minor. No longer is it community property, which is shared with the parents. Today, other states, including New Mexico, New York, and Louisiana, have laws that require, in certain circumstances, the opening of special trust accounts to hold the earnings of child performers. Note, however, here that California recently amended Coogan's law again, this time to provide an exception to the 15% withholding and trust account requirements for those minors who contract to provide services as an extra, background performer, or in another similar capacity. Now, you can be absolutely sure that people are going to find a way to exploit that another similar capacity loophole. Well, in any event, today, when a child performer is employed in a relatively minimal role, employers are exempt from the withholding requirements. The bill's stated purpose is to eliminate unnecessary and inefficient procedures for those young actors who only work once or twice a year in a very small role, as well as to give these kids back their summer fun money. Notably, according to the legislative analysis, by 2013, the AFA had over 38,000 unclaimed individual deposits, over 80% of which were for less than $99. And now for a bonus fact. Jackie Coogan went on to lead an interesting life. He married actress and World War II pin-up girl Betty Grable in 1938. They divorced 3 years later. He served in the army during that war, including flying British soldiers 100 miles behind Japanese lines in December of 1943 as a member of the 1st Air Commando Group. He later returned to Hollywood, where he was gainfully employed, even if not in critically acclaimed movies, for the next 4 decades. Although during the 1950s he was stuck with B-movies like Outlaw Women and Escape from Terror, he became a television mainstay during the 1960s, guest starring on staples like Alfred Hitchcock Presents, The Andy Griffith Show, The Red Skelton Hour, and Perry Mason, before landing the role of Uncle Fester in The Addams Family in 1964. Jackie continued to guest star in dozens of series in the late 60s and early 70s, including The Wild Wild West, I Dream of Jeannie, The Brady Bunch, the new Scooby-Doo movies, Love American Style, Hawaii Five-0, the first one, and Adam 12, as well as landing roles in a few movies including Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hype and Human Experiments. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do hit that thumbs up button below, and don't forget to subscribe for brand new videos just like this every day of the week. Also over there on the right, some other videos from the archives that you might enjoy if you enjoyed this one. And as always, thank you for watching.